Hello everyone, my name is Zuri Vasquez and I'm a sophomore here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln majoring in electrical engineering. Today I'll be talking to you guys about my service learning project experience I've had this semester, as well as my experience at the Lincoln Bike Kitchen, the site that I volunteered at. So what is the Lincoln Bike Kitchen? The Lincoln Bike Kitchen is a nonprofit organization comprised solely of volunteers. So they all have the collective mission of promoting a healthy lifestyle to our community by providing both free service to bikes and free bike parts. So before I kind of dive into what exactly we do there, I wanted to kind of talk about what exactly the skills I wanted to improve upon were. And the three skills that I was looking at to improve upon were being a leader, whether that means making decisions, whether that means taking initiative, or whether that means just being ready to listen. I wanted to kind of improve upon communication, that's nonverbal and verbal communication, and how to clearly and appropriately communicate. And I wanted to talk about listening and kind of improve upon the idea of active listening, where you actually remember and analyze the information given to you. So I actually had a couple of goals I wanted to look at. It was kind of hard slimming down to the three because I felt there was a lot of things I could have improved on, but for my three goals, it was taking initiative with confidence was the first one, and that really played a part in that whole leadership thing. When I first started the class, I was a little nervous, and I've always kind of had that little fear when I'm doing something new that I'm kind of just diving into. So the idea of taking initiative with confidence comes from the fact that, you know, with being a leader, you have to make decisions, you have to be ready to make decisions. And I think that's a big part of who I wanted to be and who I wanted to kind of improve upon this semester. The second goal is practicing the concepts of being a leader, whether that is the decision making, the confidence, or whether that's, again, active listening, clear communication, or just the clear decision making. The third goal I wanted to work upon was the remembering names. So to the active listening, remembering names is important, but I think that's the one skill, or at least the one specific thing I needed to work on when it comes to active listening, was remembering names. I know that was one thing that kind of lacked upon. So my personal experience, what did I do at the Lincoln Bike Kitchen? So as volunteers, we generally work with bikes. We repair, we refurbish, and scrap or recycle bikes. Generally donated bikes from the community. And then we generally donate those bikes back. And then we use those donated parts to repair the donated bikes as well. So how did I use those skills in that kind of environment? So we generally work in groups of 3 with a bike mechanic, generally, not always, but a bike mechanic who knows what they're doing, in workstations. Each station has its own bike stand with its own set of tools. And so we work in these groups, and we are always talking, communicating, talking about what we see is wrong with the bike, talking about how we can fix it, what could possibly be wrong, and how we can possibly fix it. It just kind of depends. You know, so a big part of it is communication. A big part of it is listening, and that's where those aspects or those skills were really used. And a big part of it is making decisions on how to fix a part. So what have I enjoyed and what did I learn? I've actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I've enjoyed working with my hands. I've enjoyed the practical knowledge that I've learned there. I think I'm pretty well communicating with others. It's just sometimes my communication seems a little fast-paced, and I think that's something that I needed to work and improve upon. But the other thing was remembering names. Again, that's one of my goals. I'll be honest, I think I forgot everyone's name on the first day. So that kind of puts in perspective on where I'm sitting at and what I've been doing. But I've been doing great now. I've been improving on that skill quite a bit, and the active listening is really important. We actually had an assignment or an activity in class where we were asked to look around to other students, ask them about their name, their major, and where they're from. And then after like a couple seconds, the professor asked us to relay that information back to her. And for me, it was that I forgot most people's names. I know we just heard it, but that was the big thing that I forgot. So that's why that skill was really important for me. So again, before the class started, I had a little bit of fear. I was kind of scared. What am I getting into? What am I doing? The idea that I'm going to be working on bikes, something that I've never really worked upon before. It's something brand new. Kind of scared me, So that was that skill applying there. I wanted to work with confidence. I wanted to be, taking that initiative, taking that step, that first step. But that was before the class started. And I think the skill that I really used the most was active listening. Because I'm always listening to the mechanic. They're always kind of teaching us. That was a big part of it. They weren't there to really make us just work. They were really there to make sure we learned. We were there to really experience what they were doing and why they were doing it. I think the one skill though that I really needed to improve upon was communication, because I think we didn't really work with the people donating the bikes there. I actually had one experience where we actually worked with another, like a guest who wanted their bike fixed, and that's where we, had a lot of communication. Like, oh, how does the bike feel now? How do you like your brakes to feel? Are they too tight? Would you like your seat higher? Things like that. But we didn't get too much of that, and that's where I think I wanted to improve upon that. Overall, though, I enjoyed the experience. I thought it was a really fun experience. I thought it was a great way to improve upon that teamwork thing. The whole aspect of working with a team is important for my kind of major, and I think it was a great thing overall. And I plan to work over the summer there. But thank you again, Link Bike Kitchen, and thank you guys for listening in.